Moodling will be starting in a few minutes. Well, you know how early I am. Anyway, just bear with me, the video's about to start soon. Hello! Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Good afternoon. Yay, I'm back. I'm so excited. I have been away for a few days. Well, a week. Over a week now. Because I've been wonderful time at the wonderful. Oh, I've got a bung in my sharp now. At the wonderful Highlight Crafts. I can't tell you how good it is because I really can't tell you how good it is because it's just amazing. It really is amazing. And if you ever get the chance for the amount of money, it's like £10 a lesson, which is stupid. But we had a brilliant time. We made all sorts of things. We made Christmas trees. We made wax candles, wreaths, flowers, painting with stare. You did it, everything. I can't tell you how good it was. And I was in my element. I was just in my element. I didn't do any rapping, but was in my element. So, yes. Good morning. Hello. Oh, let's see who's here. Let me get rid of some of these banners. Okay. So let's have a quick look. Beverly, hello, Beverly. You there? Hello. Facebook user. Facebook. Hi, Pam. Hi, Marie. Oh, yeah, it was amazing, Beverly. I couldn't tell you how good it was. It was really good. And people have booked up for the next all year. And I was so lucky to be able to do some work. Oh, I loved it. Just to show you some stuff. This is a fountain pen. My uncle left me a fountain pen many years ago. And it was a Schaefer. And it was in a box and everything. And I put my, if you want some really good ink, go to Art from the Art. They are great inks. I put it in. I was just drawing with this. And it was stunning. And I drew that all freehand. And I absolutely loved it because it's water based. I could do it. So here's the coloured one. This one is on sale at 50% off as a Christmas present. So if you would like to do a Christmas present for somebody, that is a really good one to do. So I hope we get quite a few people visiting because you're not straight, you're all wonky. Right, because I want to do this. One of my favourites, this. I've done it before for my Patreons, but slightly different. So what I'm going to do is do it again for you. So I'm looking at that and thinking, might be a bit big. Hi, Bet. I'm on YouTube. I've always been on YouTube, lovely. YouTube and guys who are doing Facebook and on StreamYard. If you do want to do a free StreamYard one, I've got a link there which helps both of us. But also, StreamYard are now playing and they're now back friends with Facebook. So, we had a bit of a palaver. So, yeah. Oh, I don't know how many people we're going to get. It's that time of year, busy bees. So anyway, I don't care. Let's get on with it. Let's get ready to rumble. Right, I'm going to get my frame. I don't know if I like that now. I sharpened it a bit much. I don't know what's happened here with my sharpener, but it's not correct. Don't like. Got it. Right. So you can't find it live. Who's this? Somebody says, yep, definitely on YouTube. Yep, I'm definitely live. Yep, I can see it. So I don't know whether that's Carol Ann, because I know she has a few hiccups with hers. Anyway, so I'm going to just make a box. This book is. Ah, she's here. I thought it might have been you who's getting confused where I am, but you're not. You're here. So I'm going to move 5 in from that side and 5 in from that side. That might be right. Oh, it's a bit small, that, isn't it? A bit. No, I'll make it a bit more. I don't like measuring. 4 from there. 4 there. It's not that much bigger, is it? So 4 and 17. 4 and 17. You'll hear it pinging, right? It'll go off soon. Right, I want to tell you about an amazing event that I'm included in, which is an amazing, amazing event, and that is the fabulous. I can't tell you how good it is because it's brand new. It's the first European one. We've got European tutors, all amazingly famous tutors, apart from me, that is, and they're all going to be in Cardiff. And I can't tell you, I will do a proper reveal and stuff for you, but it's amazing. And it's the circus. We're going to the circus with really memorable people. Hello, Angela. Yeah, so I'm going to put a link up when I get a proper link for you. It's what can I put? It's all based in Cardiff. It's over 2 days. Food's included. Accommodation is extra, but you've got 6. I mean, I'm doing one. Finnabar, Olga, Nanuka, Anya, Evita, all an amazing, amazing array of absolutely humondously talented people. And you're going to do all 2 days. Now, it's not you can't choose. You've got the 2 days, and that the classes are set. But wait till you see them. I can't tell you how good they are because they're just going to be astounding. And it's to me, you know, when you work out how much the classes are, it's mad. Hi, Ellen. Right, Bev. Oh, thank you, Angela. It is, isn't it? It is. Oh, I better take that off because that's not nice, is it? It's like I'm. It's like I'm doing a what you call it, show and tell. Right. So, just to show it, that don't look right. Just to show and tell. 13 by 16. Okay, 13 by 16. Going to mark the center, which is 7 and a bit. That's not right. No, it's 12 and a bit, you plonker. 6 and a bit, innit? 6 and a bit. I know you're all shouting at me. No, it's not. Right, all I'm doing is getting the center. Okay, I might make this a bit bigger. Sack it. I'm going to put a ruler on the edge. And it won't matter because if I add the same size to each of it, it'll still be in the middle. Okay. So I'm going to add a ruler width all the way around. Told you I didn't like measuring because it never comes out what I want it to. I'm going to do a giraffe. A giraffe, a giraffe, 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 giraffe. So actually, I leave them on as, guideposts, so to speak. How is everybody doing? I hope you're all okay. Right, okay. So we've got, well, it was 16. It's now 18 by 18 and a bit by 21 and a bit. Okay, so mark the center point. What we're going to do is a range of shapes, right? You know, I always show you how to draw in like bulk. I've already done this, so I'm looking at my drawing. So I draw in bulk. By that I mean, what I tend to do is just get my drawings and then allow you to follow me. And when I mean follow me, it's like shapes. We're working shapes, and then the shape sort of makes sense. Does that make sense? Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I've got my center, so I'll write on here 21.5 by 18.5. Okay, so that's the sizes, and this is basically, that's going to be the giraffe. We're going to got ears and horns and neck. Okay, I might even make it a little bit longer because he's got a long neck. So the first thing is we've got center line, and the center line is really helpful because it allows me to make a shape. So the first shape I've got looks a bit away, right? Looks a bit daft. Is I'm going to go across, like that. Don't know what shape that is. Come down. Oh, I've got to get a new cat. It drives me nutty, this. Well, we've lost some people. Oh, well, never mind. So we've got that shape. Okay. And then okay, like that. So it's just missing this bit here. And then what we need to do is, I'm wondering whether to do that for you or do this for you, which might be easier. Oh, no, we'll try this. So I'm going to come down to this bottom one, I think, and we're going to go like that. All right, nothing like a giraffe. So we've got a circle, a weird shape up here, right? And it will all hopefully become apparent in a minute. So I'm looking at this now and I'm thinking, yeah, okay, that's about right. I'm looking at my other drawing. So now what I'm going to do is 2 lines there, okay, 2 lines there. I'm good, Helen. It's good to see you. I've missed everybody because I've been playing away, haven't I? There, there. I might make the head a little bit bigger because that's huge. So there and there. I'm just going to see whether it works like that. No, I'm going to bring up the head a little bit more. I'm going to go there and there and then bring it in. There we go. That's better. That's much better. Okay. I might even make it a little bit smaller. And then the ears go from there to there. That's better. Okay, so have you got me? Ignore these. Let me rub them out before everyone gets confused. Ignore that. So the ears sort of go like that. We are gonna change it because it won't look like this forever. So now we've got the longer bit. Right? So just going to bring in that shape. Oh, it will change again. Right? And then that. Now, all depending, we might have to make this even bigger or push the nose up a little bit, but we'll see how we go because, you know, we'll see. I might mudge it up a bit. Let's see. Yeah, that's better. So I'm just going to mudge this up a bit. That's better. Got me? Okay. And now that bit out there. That's better. Okay. So what I had done is a very long, elongated face, and it didn't look quite right. So we've got this shape there. Okay. That one. Then we've got a round shape. And we join them up like that. And then from here down like that. Okay, got it? So let's look at these. So here, I'm just going to do, I'll do them later actually. So here, I'm just going to put the position of the eyes and the nose and everything. So here's the nose. So the nose will be here. I'm going to rub that one out so we don't get confused. Okay. I normally rub out at the end, but it's so you can see a bit better. So we've got that in now. Blooming heck, we're losing people fast. I'm not that bad, am I? So here, right, so we put the line out and then line down to that lump there. So we go line out there, like that. And then what you'll see is like that. It's not perfect, but neither am I. Okay, so we've got some lines in there. I'm going to change to this other pencil. See, I think I like these better. At the moment, anyway. So we've got that line there with the ears. Okay. So, and we've got a line here with the nose, and that's not right there. So put that in. That gives us a good idea. It won't be there forever. Then we're going to do a line there. Okay. This does not have to be perfect. Please don't start all that, worrying. Now, so here, our eyes are going to fit on here somewhere, and they're going to fit. Just going to put a line in there. That's better. Okay. Really? Facebook is bobbing in and out. Thanks for telling me, Angela. Bloody Facebook. Pain in the ass. Right, okay. So I'm going to get some shapes in for you so we can start to build up. So here we've got, just here, where the horn is, like that. I'm just putting two, things up there, two lines like that. Right, okay. So there we go. Two horns. Then we've got this here. So I'm going to put in a shape so that I know where I'm at. And this will be just below where my eyes are. My eyes will fit to this. Got me? Has anyone seen giraffe yet? Maybe not. And then that's where that is there. Okay. And the eyes fit just a bit lower. So about there. So if I mark this for you, this might help you, you see. So if this is, this is 3.5. That's 7 centimeters. That's about 9.5 centimeters. That's 15 centimeters. And that's 21.5 centimeters. So if you're a bit sure about where the lines are, yeah, that's not 7.5, no, 3.5, 7, 9.5, 15, 21. Okay, gives you a really good idea of where I'm going now. So next, I'm going to draw. It's quite complex, this one, because there's so many different shapes, but you can do it. It really is easy. I might have to make the ears a little bit bigger, but that's fine. This is just a go-to. So here, I'm going to start with a triangle like that. Okay, a triangle. Just there. Now you look, what's that? Then what we're going to do is another triangle just below that line. Okay. I'll make another little line here. And this line is at 15. I've already drawn it. I'm very good. Drawn it at 15. Okay. And then another one just about there. And I will change it in a minute. And this one must be 17. 18 and a bit. Oh, wrong line, that's why. Hang on. No, 17. No, it's 17 and a bit. Okay. We all there. Hey, hi, Danny. Julie. Whatever you wanna, whatever. Right, so we've got that, and that. It looks quite complicated, but really, seriously, started with that big sort of weird shape. Then there we go. It sort of went like that. If I was to draw it again for you, it's sort of like a rounded diamond, like that. Then we drew a circle on it. Okay. Then we drew 2 lines there. Then we drew ears like that, and then arms. Put the center line in. Done. Okay, 2 triangles. Right. Now, what I'm going to do is just put a kink there and there. A kink there and there. And that gives me a better look on the ears. Don't have to. So I'm just going to draw a little rounded horns that they have. Like that. That looks a bit better. Right, the nose. Is like a flattened love heart, so to speak. And what we've got to do now is where the eyes were, we're going to go all the way around. This really is a proper teaching class, this one, if you want to get it right. Anyway, but you can do it. I know you can do it because you've done all the others. Okay. So all we're doing is that. We're bringing it round to there. And then we've got this here. We'll put a bit of a bobble here because it would come out a little bit where the jaw is, you know. So I'm going to start putting some lines in. Why not? And then I'll start putting some detail in, and then Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. Let me just get me pencils and pens, and I've only got a couple, so I actually prefer it when I've only got a couple because then I can't make a mess. Well, I can make a mess, but it's easier. Right, I'm going to do it in a 3. Sometimes my lids and my things don't match. Okay, so I'm going to start where I know the lines are okay. So I'm just going to go with, get this sorted. I had it all sorted before. Oops, sorry, I'm knocking 3 bells out of this camera. So I'm just going to go right up here. I'm going to bring it like that. Can you just see? I've got a lump in it now, and that's intentional because they have like a bobble on their head. I'm sure it's got a proper name and not a bobble, but bobble suits my needs, so bobble it is. I'm going to use a 5. I think that will be a bit better for you to see. So we've got the 5. Right, now I'm going to come down to this. So miss there and down there. Miss there, come down there. Okay, we don't want to be putting the eyes in yet because we'll have to do that in a minute. All right, so next I'm going to put now that gives me some sort of idea. Do you get me? That gives me an idea of where I'm going. So the next one is, let's have a quick look. I'm just going to go from here. I'm going to do the ears first and then you'll see. So I'm just going to put a little bend in the ears, like that. A little bend in the ears, because they do have nice ears. They don't look as flat as I've made them. A little bend in the ear there, that's better. Can you see? And then rounded like that. So they sort of come like that. I've got a bit wrong there, but it don't matter. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to do the eyes. So I'll have to show you what we're going to do. Now with the eyes, I'm going to do it with pencil first. No, I'll do it nose first, sorry. Right, okay, so we're going to do the nose, and it is like that. It's more or less a full circle. Like that. Okay, and then we're going to do a circle. Got me? And just here, we're just going to do a like that. Then we're going to draw not the full line, just a little one. And then the very bottom. So you can see we've just come in a little bit, just a little bit, but we can add to this, it doesn't matter. But it comes in just a little bit. And this line and this line are all going to match up in a minute. So at the bottom of the ear, just here, we're going to go round and join. Round and join. Okay, it's a little bit out here. So what I might do is put another line there. Okay, a little bit out, but it really doesn't matter. So we've got the equilibrium. This one's got massive arms, but never mind. Okay, so we've got the arms on, got that on, got that on. Let's do the bits on the face. It just sort of comes out a little bit and then it joins there. Okay. And then from here down. Like that. Straight down. Now, the eyes, I think the eyes are the trickiest part, but we'll do them together. So we've got these triangles there, but we need to make them a better shape. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw two whopping great big, see that don't look right, so it needs to be like that, whopping great big eyes. And then It should just be over. Can you see? Just be over. Only a tiny bit, and I'll draw them in. Because when we do this, we're going to do a nice shape. So we're going to go like that. And then we're going to go round and like that. Okay. So we go here. I'm working round here, which is a bit strange for me. And we've got that. And then we go off. All right. Now, this one, just a little bit off. Not much, because it does look a bit strange. And we're just going to take that a little bit lower. Like that. That looks really odd. But what I'll do is I'll make it a bit bigger here. Because we're going to colour it in. Then we need a, like that, a light and a circle. Not done yet. So, we're just putting like little, because they do have eyelashes, quite pretty eyelashes as well. Okay, so we've basically got our shape. I'm going to rub out all other lines and see where we need to draw in. And you get to see the bare bones. As you all know, time and time again, this is a bit I love because we get to see what's happening underneath all these stupid lines. Okay, so here, what we need to do is put this little bit in, and it just goes round like that. Just goes round. Now, that I think needs to be over here. That's better. Some of the patterning's out, but it really don't matter. Let's go for this. So if you manage to do this, you've done really well because this is quite a tricky one. So we've got the first in. And we're going to put these patterns in. Like that. That's a bit out, so I'll put one in there. Put one there. It really doesn't matter if it's a bit out because this is all about patterning from now on. And here I'm just going to do a little, because you have like a very gentle like mouse. It's a bit out here for some reason, so I might need to just pattern that in. That's better. So I'm going to just do a pattern like that. So it touches the edge and comes up, and it just makes the nose look a little bit better. And then the ears might be a bit big, but hey ho. So we've got our bare bones there. Here's our Mr. Giraffe coming out now. I might make his neck a bit bigger, better, because it looks like his head's going to drop off. There you go. Looks a bit stronger, doesn't it? So I'm just going to put some patterns on now. So in here, I'm just going to do some patterns that really resonate with the shape. There we go. It's got some nice circles there. So I always start in the middle and then work around. And I just find it's a lot easier then. like that. And it really doesn't matter what we do. Then there, we've got that one. And I'm just going to put some shapes in these eyes because I think they're a little bit. I'm just going to. Might make it a bit bigger because I'm looking at that and it looks very different. This is where drawing the eyes really does help. Then tracing, you know. Yeah, that's a bit better. I'm going to colour them in, don't worry. It's just annoying me that. So here, I'm actually doing some dot painting as well, which is really addictive. Very addictive. Lots of patterns to show you. And then a wiggle on here. And a wiggle on there. Oh, I'm loving this. So we've got a nice pattern there. And then I'm going to put the nice pattern that we've got there repeated like that. So and then I'm just pretending that some are behind and some are below or like that. Just add them up. Add them on as you need them. So patterns there. Just got that pattern appearing over it. So we've got a nice continuity. I'm going to draw another one in and we're just going to go from here round. So quite like this here round. Now I'm bear in mind I've got that there. So what I might have to do that a bit higher. Yep. So I might need to put in like that. So I'll put in there. Get me? So what we've got is two distinct patterns. Now I quite like the idea of having these separate, but I like this idea of continuing these on now. Sometimes mistakes, although frustrating, can have just what you need, just what you need to make it. And then I'm just going to put in, quite like the idea of this, so a dotted line, okay, and then I don't want to do too many sturdy lines at the moment because if I quite like it like that, if I wanted to put the line down, then I could or join them up. I'm happy with that. But if not, I don't, I'm not pressured into doing it now. So I've got these continuity lines coming round here. I think we've got a nice shape coming round here as well. So if I was to just draw that there, it sort of splits the cheek up a bit like that. And it's a bit out, but it really, honestly, my mantra is it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Got some nice patterns happening here. But what we do need to do is bring that pattern in somewhere over here. And perhaps if we do, quite like the idea of that being a bit softer. So I'll put a line there. That's better. And I'm just going to put some lines like that. And then what I will do is so I've put the lines in first the dot, so to speak. So we've got a dot here. Okay, we've got a dot here, circle, sorry, semicircle, and a dot there, and one here. And all that does is allows me now to build up. Take your time and enjoy the line. Do one on each. Okay? Don't worry about it not fitting. It will. It really will, because we will make it. So the next one is a round. Start with the one that you know is going to fit and put the others in. Okay. Perfect. Anything like that, add another line. So we'll start here, number 3. Like that. Okay. We're going to be doing dot painting. Oh, hello, Don. It'd be good to see you. Be good to see you. So here we can do some simple designs with it. I'm gonna, colour the eyes out because at the moment it looks like there's something very strange happening. And we're going to let's do this from that way out because it looks more like they're going in. I've learnt to my own sort of mistake or whatever what you want to call it, that you're really, really better off making the object flow. So having patterns that don't come from here look a bit strange. So try and make them go the way. Like here, that's going to look so much better than me putting something a bit oddly shaped. There. Okay, so I'll put that there and that matches up. Then here we can fill with dots. We can fill dots here. I put a strange one on mine and it looked like a load of teeth because I'd done it that way. So I've found out that that doesn't work. So here, I'm not going to do this just yet, but these eyes need to be coloured and I will do that. So here I'm going to just drop this down and I'm going to do a checkedy flag, checkedy pattern. Okay, so see that goes like that. Let's go like that. So we've got that, and then we can just do a like that. That fits in then. Yep, same here. Let's look at the patterns we've got. So we do it round. And because this is a round horn, if you do a flat, it won't give it the idea of it being round. It'll just look strange. Well, no, it won't look strange. It'll just look flat. So we're doing a pattern that is rounded. So we're going to do like maybe a pattern like that. And then okay. And then we'll do let's do this pattern where the nose is, because I think that would look really quite cool because you're adding a bit strange of a shape there on the nose. So then we'll add and if you think they're all made up of simple lines and shapes that are repeated. The only thing that are in drawing is that and that. That's it. The rest is just those two added up. And that is only that rounded. So, there's not a lot. There's not a lot that we have to follow. It's just be mindful of that. So I'm going to go back to this now because I want to draw in some shapes. Like that. Don't have to be perfect. I'm sure you did brilliantly. Sure you did brilliantly. Well, the thing is, Angela, I would always use a pen because those dotting pens not always work, but I'm just going to follow. If you can do it with an ordinary pen, Angela, you're on a win-win. So I'm adding these lines in, but it doesn't matter because I'll change when they change size. I'll change colour with it as well. Design. I think I might have put too many on these, but never mind. This is my giraffe. So just put the patterns on like that. I think I have done too many, but it doesn't matter. They have quite a space between them, so you don't really need as many as I've done. But that's because we're here between friends. Job's a good one. Okay. So I'm looking at the shape and the repeat patterns of what I want and what I've got. And I'm thinking, I quite like these being like this, but I think they need some pattern in them. So and I'm picking out ones like that. I don't care if they don't fit. I really don't. Some are bigger than others. So if I do that one and change that one to that one, and then we've got this one. So we'll okay, so it's this one. Maybe that goes in there. There we go. Oh, okay, I've added a bit more, so I need to put another line through it to make it look right. So here we'll just add good old dots. And I might leave that as it is because I think that looks quite nice. And then I'm just going to do like that. So this one is like that. And then we've got a couple here, which I'll just do lines there. Another one here, here and here. So more ziggy zaggies. That looks good. Now here, got two shapes. I don't think we need too much on these because the sort of the patterning is prolific here. So we need something that will fit, but not overpowered. So maybe just a line like that. So it's not overpowering. That works a bit better. There we go. So the nose is quite nice now. It's got that nice shape coming down. So let's put some shapes in the neck. That's not great, but never mind. Because I'm rushing. So I'll put 2 on. Another one there. Okay, so we're looking quite nice. It's just the eyes that need something doing to, because at the moment it look duff. So, and we need the pattern around the eyes. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to get my, I wonder if it worked with that. She says, see if I can get this. I'm going to do some hatching. Leaving the white area, but no, I don't want to paint it black at the moment because I don't want to. So the good thing about doing this like vermicelli almost is that it's takes in any duff lines that you've got. So let's see, and all I'm doing is that way and that way and that way. So I've got a little white line, and then that's your highlight. I might make that a bit bigger, but you'll see the eye changes then. So all I'm doing is lines, cross hatching over it, diagonal. It's a scribble really, but it looks brilliant when you do it. It doesn't look as dark as drawing with filling in with a pen, but you get an area of depth. So it's not as dense, but the overall effect is that of density. See? So that's much better now. Now, that looks better now because the eyes have got more. There we go. Sort of look similar, don't they? Now, what they do is darken that bit there. Okay. They do have really beautiful eyelashes. So you just darken this bit, not almost like an eyeliner, but you don't want it to look like a bloody eyeliner. It looked like an eyeliner, but it's not meant to be. It's meant to be like the sides of the head. So just putting some eyes there. So we've got that shape. And then I'm just going to move in here and put the little shape there. So, and I'm just going to put in some dots. Just there. I'm just going to run in. I've changed my pen to a 0.35 only because it's got a very fine nib and it's not splayed at all because it's one of the Japanese pens I've got. So can you see it looks a bit better now? Well, I think so. So we've got this. Wherever you want it, just scribble over it. I love doing this vermicelli stuff. It's not called that. I call it that. Just going to go around the iris. So I'm hoping that you're starting to see a bit of more of a giraffe there, aren't you? Hopefully. Not bad for an hour there. So what I'm going to do is bring this shape in that I've got here that I've done a bit Pete Tong. So now it makes that pattern make sense. So just going to put in some extra lines there and there to make them up. Okay, I'm not a lover of these scribbles I've done, so I'm just going to put in a wibbly line around it because that would finish it off, I think, make it look a lot neater. Like that. Okay, it makes more sense. Put that line through there. So we've got some pattern. They look great with colour. So it's just the eyes now because it looks like it's got an eye mask on, which I don't really like. So I'm looking at some of these and I'm going to put on and I'm hoping that they start to look like long eyelashes, although they're not. Like that. That's better. And another one. Not all of them. I don't want it to look like it's crying. So this now starting to look a bit better now. And I'm just thinking, what do we need here? We've got some straight lines. I think it might be an idea of following the shape round. That's better. So just follow the shape round. As close or as not as close as you want. It's not put to get straight, you just kind of cover the area. So these don't look like a pair of bats coming off its head. What I might do is just put in some like that, and then here. And then I need to define between that one and that one, so like that. I think that makes it look a bit darker. So it's underneath. So, okay, what we do need to do now is to just define this, but I'm just going to put on, I'm wondering whether it starts to look a bit like lipstick, so I don't want to do that. So I might just put a gentle pattern on this. Don't put lines down, honestly, it looks like teeth. Oh, I'm glad you're liking Bob Ross. No pressure. Put some lines in just to darken it. So just put some lines in there. That's better. Just to, and then if it looks well dodgy, we can put another line in like that. Okay, so bear with me, I've got to plug it in. Otherwise, you will be. Oh, excuse me. This needs in the way, or whatever you want to call it. Just some little patterns there. You don't have to put them in. You know, always try with pencil if you want first, and then you're not sort of like me where you're like, oh, right, should I have done that? And the answer is, I really don't care. So, like that, you can put in as many or as many. Oh, it's come out again. Bear with me. Sorry. It's my computer. My computer's gone duff. Well, it's not duff, it needs a bit of power. Right, there we go. So, okay. I'm going to really rub out any rubbishy lines now. Oh, sorry. Not on the floor, as always. The only problem is when you're working on pencil work and you've got something like this on, it goes everywhere but where you want. It smudges, but I don't mind it. It's just that it gets everywhere, so you think it's mucky and it's not. It's just a drawing. So shedding the graphite. Now we've got rid of that, we're starting to see a better picture now. I might put some more of this in there because I think it looks quite nice. I think it's quite a softer one, so I might just put some quite big ones on there. And then it's a soft pattern and it's not, because somehow I didn't want it to look like Hilda Ogden. You know what I mean? So it doesn't look as bad now, although it could have been a bit softer. But you finish with colour, pointillism, and we're just going to put a little bit of pointillism on, not a lot because it don't really need it. So so I'm just going to say the light is coming this way, okay? So anything on that opposite side will have a little bit of dark. And I do this before I put my colour on. And that'll cast a shadow on here, underneath. So just bring it in near the logo. That's why I say about condensing your pattern. Where the pattern is condensed, it looks darker and almost like it's already starting to look 3D. So you can see now it looks a bit denser. And then just do the same there. You don't need a lot of this because there's not a lot of 3D elements on a giraffe's face. Not that I've ever been in the wild. I've seen them in zoos, but let's not go into that. So I'm just going to put in some down here. Like that. Just to give it a little bit of depth. because this shape here near the nose will have a little bit of depth. Maybe not as much as we have on ours. Like it's quite a big area there of curve on ours, but you know it does have it. See, a little bit more depth there. This is normally when the pen goes ape because it's trying to focus in on the edge of my pen and it's like dot 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 ain't good. So there, I'm gonna put a few under here. And then do more there. This is just the depth of the chin. It will have some shading on both sides, even though light's coming there, and it will be dark under here because the face is overhanging there. So it will have a little bit of shading. And then like that, tiny bit. Put a bit under here. And the reason I'm putting it under here is so that you can see that there's a definite gap there between the chin and the neck. I'll put this on my mood list for my wonderful Patreons, and yeah, I will go and do something a little bit extra on my Patreons. And if you don't know what that is, it's going that ticker tape at the bottom. In fact, I'll turn it off now, but the ticker tape on the bottom tells you what it does. It allows me to create these lessons for free, and then I go and do on my Patreon, I go and do some more that only my Patreons get. So you get like watercolor lessons and all sorts of lessons, but yeah, you get to sort of see how these continue to be finished. So we've got a little bit of depth there. His face is a bit out, so I'm just going to put a bit, tuck it in a little bit more, take it in a little bit more down here. There we go. And then I'm just going to put a little bit where the lips meet. To give it a bit of shade and shadow. And then you see, this is almost, well, it is instant shading on your colouring. So if you do this before you're colouring, or even after, and you don't have to try and shade too much with your whatever you're using because it's built it up for you. So I'm just going to put a few bits on it. Then around the nose like that. I've done the nose like the same, very similar to a gorilla actually. Gorillas have a flat nose like this. And then just a little bit there. So Hilda, yeah, Hilda, her name is then. The lovely Hilda. Absolutely. I don't know what I'm called. Hilda, yeah, that's cool. After Hilda Baker. I hope you do this because this is a pretty one to do, and it's quite, um, it's very enjoyable, very forgiving. But it's just as long as you've got those pictures right, and then what's to stop you getting a giraffe picture, tracing the outline, and doing your own? As long as there's nothing wrong with tracing, nothing wrong at all. If I trace my work because I have to, because I don't keep want to keep drawing it. So I like her. She's, what I mean? She's definitely a keeper. And the reason I like her is because we've got a lot of intricate sort of shaping that is easily done once you realize how to do it. So, for instance, by taking those shapes when you're drawing and thinking, right, I can see a square there or a circle, and you add a circle and a square together, and before you know it, you've got a shape, and you're like, wow, I didn't see it before. And it's just breaking it all down. And it don't matter whether you follow my shapes or do your own. It's as broad as it is long. It's just that sometimes it's easier if you're following other people's shapes because you might not see those shapes yourself. You might think, oh, I can't see them. So that's the only reason why you follow people's shapes is to see the shapes, and then you can start building your own. So you can see I'm starting to put a little bit of shadow on, and I'm starting to look at these, and I could perhaps put little tiny patterns in it. So, and then here, and it's all about building up the shape. Oh, these don't look like blackheads. Um, Building up the shape and then thinking, right, I get that. That'll take a little bit more. This will take a little bit more. Can you see how it? Just that by not having the lines too close together, I've got a lighter look. Adding them closer together, I'll get more of a denser look. Um, so I've got some patterns under here, which let's do a couple of these so you can see what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to be so we've got a couple of patterns like that. So let's follow this. Can't wait to show you my dot painting. It's very mesmerizing. That is very addictive. That's very close together. But please don't ever worry because whether you've done it my way or your way, as long as it's done and you've enjoyed it and you have benefited from the time we spent together, it really does not matter. It really doesn't matter if it's gone wrong. We'll leave it and we'll get it right. If you're not happy with it now, it's because it's not finished. And then when it is finished, you'll like it. Never throw it away because it might look great as a background or with other stuff. I'm just outlining some of the major areas, but I'm only doing it with a 5. I don't want it too heavy because I see people with a Sharpie and I'm like, no, stop, because that just kills it. So you see, just the main outline. And well, no, it's not the main outline. I'm lying. It's the muscles. I'm outlining the major muscles in the face so that it sort of makes sense. And then that's I can get away with that because it's darker. Oh, I was so cold and frozen last night. It was awful at the match. Really bad. I was frozen. I had thermal leggings, thermal shirt, arm arm warmers. I had a poncho and a shawl on, right, and then I had a plastic thing on that looks like a blue condom, one of them, and I was frozen, and I had that frozen. I set off early to the car. It was awful. So yeah, I'm not going to get a major cold, but all the family's been poorly. My sister-in-law's still poorly, very poorly. Cough, 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 cough. You know, one of them poor, annoying ones that you can't sit still and you're coughing, and then you get a tickle. I felt bad for her, Sadie. Right, so I've got a bit more of the major muscle groups. I could do more, but I'm not going to. I could put a bit of shading in if I wish. And here, this would be the same as a bat. Bat's wings or something would be in that shape. Just putting a little bit in there, not a lot. Bit of oil from my fingers. And each giraffe has its very own markings, like fingerprints, and the horn shapes, very, very distinct differences. So, yeah, we have ours, and animals have theirs. So, I'm just adding a little bit here. Because although they haven't got huge muscle masses on the face, the definition is really important. Not as much on this side, obviously. Here, the jaws and cheeks would be well defined. So even though we've got pattern on it, we can still see the defined area that would be where the muscle mass is or wherever the main things are. I'm just putting it there because it might look like it's got eyeshadow or not, but just a little bit under here. Not too much. I'm not putting eyeshadow on it. Although you could. Not to stop you. Right, so we've got it like that now. And now I'm just going to clean up. And I hope, like me, once you start to do this shading, it takes on its life and you're like, oh, wow, I can see it now. Whereas at the beginning, it's like, what is she doing? I always say, trust the process. She's coming alive. Oh, Pam, I hope you're okay. Right, so I'm more or less done now. I hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, I think I'm going to put her that way. I think she's really cool. No, I prefer it that way. Again, the measurements are down the side, as I've done, but you really don't need that. I mean, she needs a bit of a trim on her beard, doesn't she? But that's better. But that's the beauty of doing it like this. You can. She's chewing. She's chewing. Camel would look pretty similar. camel would look pretty similar, but they've got two. Their jowls, from what I can remember, their jowls are very pronounced. Oh, I've got to do this. I'm gonna draw with my shaper. Where's my shaper? Where's my shaper? Hello, hello. I just had it, didn't it, to show you? Oh no! Oh, it's all right. They've not dropped out. Thought I dropped all my new pans out. Well, if I can't find it in the next second, I'm not drawing with it. She says. So she has a look. Now that's a bum. That. Oh, really? Right. So. So we've got the branch. So. Spitting on it now, but you can do that. Right, I think that's better. So. Running out. Oh, I miss a bum. Just taking all the ink down, but I think it's run out now. I'll have to recharge me colours. Yeah, it's run out. Just me to start with green and then have to end it. But I love working with this, so. So, yeah, you could put the greenery around it like it's in the top of the trees. Oh, that's strange. If you join my Patreon group. Thing is with that though, you can join free, but you don't get any benefit. The lowest benefit is £5 a month. The next one is £10. Next one's 20. I don't have any of them. So, but yeah, you get each tier gets a different price and a different sort of gauge. Like I'll message some people more because they'll get more gifts. So I love that actually. She's pretty cute. Maybe I shouldn't have started that. But today. So I will see you Friday. I will be back on Friday and I will do a quick live and something with my Patreon. So I hope you enjoyed that. She does, I mean, halfway through, if you go through, oh, she looks well dodgy, but now she looks a bit better. I'm happy to say. Okay, so I'll love you and leave you, and I will see you on Friday. Oh, Mr. Magpie's here in my garden. Good morning, good afternoon, Mr. Magpie. Afternoon, Mr. Magpie. Afternoon, Mr. Magpie. Sorry, I'm very superstitious like that. And I will see you on Friday, and we'll do some watercolour on Friday, I think. So, love to you all. Thank you once again for all your time. I hope you enjoyed it, and let's get ready to rumble. I've got to do some crochet, I've got to make a cowl, I've got some watercolour lessons, dot painting, and I'm going to set aside 2 hours each per day because otherwise I'll get one done and not all the other. So I love you and leave you, and I will see you Friday. But I'll see you on Facebook because I'm home now. Yeah, all right. And I'll just say, let me get in. Ta-ra! Sorry, it's all right. Up my nose. See you later.